Hey folks, welcome to this week's show. This week is a special show. We're going to show you all the highlights and the lowlights of our 6th season on national television. This is Trapping Time.
Well, look who I got out of bed this morning to go check traps.
Right where I caught my first coyote. Welcome to Trap 101. It just never gets old seeing those dogs bouncing.
This is my story. This is my time. This is Trapping Time. Trapping Time is brought to you by Trapping Girl Incorporated, Night Owl Lures, Old South Lures, Southern Snares and Supply, Smokey's Deer Lure, Webster's Predator Control, Duke Traps, Wolf Creek Products, Sawmill Creek Baits and Lures.
Yeah, it looks like we did pretty good. So, I got a drag missing, and I actually see the dog bouncing in the bushes over there. So, we'll get out and take a look at him, see what we got. I'll be right back. And you can see, I mean, he didn't make it far off the road, but if that dog gets over there and lays down, when we get all this traffic coming by here, nobody's going to pay attention to that. I mean, the way he's laid down right there, folks come by on ATVs and side-by-sides, they're not going to pay attention to it. Again, these drags are highly effective. Something else it does is, of course, I'll come in here and remake this set, but it's not blown out. I mean, it's not a big catch circle. Pretty much all we got to do is dispatch this dog. All right, guys, we're back here on the line. If you remember, we made this coyote sit here the other day. We just used this rock and basically put some Trapping Time coyote gland on that rock, some urine. I come back in here today to check the traps. Of course, it's always nice to see that blown peat hole and the trap gone. But you can see where the I had the chain. Remember, I buried the chain. Of course, here's where we had it. Here's where we had that drag buried. And what I was telling you, you can see where he pulled the drag and the stuff came out this way. Of course, it pulled up stuff over here. Of course, when we start looking, you can see right there's where you can tell something's happened. And generally, that's what they'll do. They'll go for cover. So let me get this dog out of here, and then we'll be right back with this remake.
Well, guys, this is it. This is their first trap check day. We set some traps yesterday. We put out even bigger line today. We're targeting coyotes and cats, but when it's warm like this is the kind of stuff you're going to catch. What do you think of your first coon, Peyton?
It's good.
Is it good? This is a really big boar coon. We had a set here, almost like a mouse nest. When they brush hogged this field off, there was a big clump of grass here, and we used that to our advantage and made a set. Now, Peyton's going to get in here and remake this set, but we'll show you what it's going to take to get it reset back up again. But anytime you catch these big boar coons like this, that's a lot of fun. So what's it feel walking up on your first trapped animal?
Good.
Good? All right. Maybe it'll get a lot better if we catch a dog. But this is day one, first catch. Well, Peyton, you're officially a trapper. Caught the old silver fox. It's been so warm here the last couple days. We got our line out yesterday, and we had a rain last night. And I told him we was probably going to end up catching a bunch of possums this week because it's been so warm. Hopefully, we got a cold front coming in here. Couple days it'll get the dogs and stuff moving, but sometimes you got to get in here and clean this out. Not as cool as a coyote, but at least it's still something, huh?
Yeah.
You know how many turkey eggs you probably saved? A bunch. All right, we're going to get this thing out of here, and we'll let her get her set remade. We'll see what she can do with on a remake after a possum's been in it, because if she's going to be a trapper very long, she's going to experience this a lot. I know her dad. Well, Jen finally got a chance to figure out what a digger coon does. We've got a couple cat and coyote sets set up here, and yesterday we came in, day before yesterday we come in, we had one dug out. Came in yesterday and both of them were dug out. So what we had to do, we had to adjust this a little bit to try and catch this coon. If you notice, he's caught by a hind foot, and there's a reason for that. We did something a little different on our trap placement in order to catch him. So we're going to do the remake here. This is their first year trapping, so it's everything we do is new to them. So hopefully they're learning a little bit, and we'll get this set remade, and hopefully we can catch us a cat or a dog. Don't get out of your chair right there. Trapping Time will be right back after these messages.
From the hills of West Virginia, Smokey's Deer Lures presents the first and only real pre-orbital gland lure in the world. Applying pre-orbital gland lure to a licking branch will allow you to take a complete inventory of the bucks at your favorite hunting spot. Get yours at smokiesdeerlure.com.
Well, you see, trappers are a special breed of people. We're dedicated, committed, and passionate about what we do and who we are. Each and every one of us has an intense desire to be the very best we can. So in the world of skinny jeans, man buns, and pumpkin spice lattes, sometimes you just have to stop, push back, and tell the world, that's not me. Whether you're from the far north or in the deep south, and anywhere in between, Southern Snares can help you succeed at getting the job done and being who you are.
All right, guys, we're here in Mississippi, and what we've got here, we've got this big beaver slough. And what ends up happening, you've got your main pond back here, but you get these little tiny ponds, and then it's right beside the main stream. And when we came in here yesterday, we noticed they just had this place tore completely up. I mean, trails going everywhere. It was almost a deal you didn't have enough traps to set. So what we did here, we seen a really nice run, and we got out here in this channel. These beavers down here, because it's all mud bottom, they get a nice channel. It's very defined. You can actually walk across it with your feet and feel it, can't you, Jason?
Oh yeah, I mean
I mean, there's no doubt about it. Well, we're using Duke 330s on 8 stands, so we can slide those 8 stands right in there and really plug up a hole, and it doesn't take a lot of fencing in like we have to use when we're back in Pennsylvania, because we just don't. It's a whole different type of habitat and environment that we're dealing with here. But looks like a pretty nice beaver there. If Jason grab a hold of it and get it up out of there, we might be able to see it. Big female beaver. She come right through there, and she got busted up pretty good.
Okay, we're down here in Mississippi. What we got here, there's a channel that goes from the main creek, goes back up here, and crosses over into the big beaver slough that goes way back up through here. Well, beaver and otter have a nice channel and a crossover cut down through here, so we come down in here and sink a 330 right down here to choke point where it enters the water, and we connected on a Mississippi beaver this morning. Not exactly what we was looking for. It's kind of more targeted towards otter, but we'll kind of take either one of them. So yeah, I mean, down in a spot like this, you can't help but set a trap. Anything that's coming out of this creek going that way towards the slough is going to use this channel right up through here. So it's not a big beaver, but it's still beaver nonetheless. So the landowners back here will be happy. Okay, we're still down here in Mississippi trapping. Got a slide wire right here set up for beaver. Actually had the caster mount and everything set up here, and this was the original trap bed. The water level's been fluctuating so much on us down here. It keeps dropping and dropping, so been just kind of sliding the trap back a little bit, and to kind of add a little more brushing in, kind of getting the trap further away from the attractant. And it's been here for about 4 days now, so actually come in here, and looks like we connected on a beaver. I can actually see him down here on the slide wire. I'm going to go ahead and slide him up here. Just take a good look at him, and then we'll get this set remade. Oh yeah, he's kind of all tangled up.
Well, Peyton, we got us a talker here, don't we?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
This is Peyton's first year actually sitting by herself. We came up here and this old piece of log was just out in the middle of nowhere. And I always have success on this property. But we're starting to get a little worried that we was going to catch anything. Huh?
Yeah.
We came up here and I was just telling Jen as we were coming up over the hill, I said, you know, we haven't caught anything in this field. We've been trapping for almost a week now. And we're starting to get frustrated. We're going to pull traps tomorrow. And Jen caught her first coyote yesterday. Was the pressure of Mom starting to get on you? That
Yeah,
you weren't going to
kinda.
catch one? Yeah, I could tell. I was just hoping and praying. I was like, please let there be a coyote. And as we come up over the hill, Jen goes, oh my God, there's a coyote. So we, textbook place to set up here. You know, normally probably 50 yards away here, I got a set, and I always connect on coyotes there. But when we came up here, sometimes, guys, even though you trap these fields all the time, something just stands out. We came up here, and there's this chunk of wood up here, and I thought, you know what? There ain't a coyote in Greene County that's going to come by this and not investigate it. And Peyton came up here. She bedded a set right up close to it, put some lure and some bait in it, and look what we got here, our first coyote. And he's a talker. You know how many guys catch coyotes that don't talk like that? That's awesome. All right, well, we're going to get him out of the trap, and we'll get this set remade, and we'll show you how Peyton put him in the back of the truck.
Hey, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're headed to the Trapping Time Set of the Week.
Duke Traps has the most complete product line of game traps in the world. Check out the full line of body grippers for beaver, raccoon, muskrat, and more. Duke has homeowners covered as well with a full line of standard and heavy-duty live cage traps. Duke has over 30 models of animal control devices that can help you with your trapping needs. Duke now offers the number 550 and larger 650 coil springs, plus their newly developed number 2 dogless for catching coyotes. Get more information at duketraps.com. Duke, America's best trap value.
Hey folks, be sure to check out our all-star lineup for the upcoming season. New for 2018 is the hard-hitting Blackout Predator bait. If you're looking for a beaver-based bait with some kick, this is it. We're also proud to add to the batting order our line of mouse-based baits. If you're looking for a mice bait so pure it's practically eating cheese in the container, then you will want to try Peyton's Pretty Mouse. Maybe you're looking for a bait with some long-range appeal for those cold winter nights, then you've got to try Peyton's Dirty Mouse. When you're serious about trapping predators like we are, then be sure to make your next purchase at TrappingTimeTV.com.
We're down in Mississippi, and we came in here, and we're right beside the Leaf River. And we're on this piece of property, and we come down here, and Justin, we seen a massive crossover, didn't we?
Yeah, it was.
There was just really no place to set here as far as down over the hill. It's a sheer bank. It's 20 feet to the river here. So Justin came in here, and we seen this. So sometimes you got to modify and make a set work. Now tell us what you did here.
Well, this is just a blind set. If you can see the trail right here, we took a Duke 1 3/4. We got right there, right in the middle of the trail, and we just kind of put in a blind set. We knew these otters were going to come behind us. It's a big old river lake slough, and we knew these otters were going to be coming up this bank and just moving right through here. So what we're going to do, because he's got tore up a little bit, we're going to have to modify our set a little bit. We're not going to be able to make another blind set, so we're going to kind of get a little creative when we do this remake. But we got a nice, pretty good sized otter here, real pretty otter, and we'll get it remade, and there'll definitely be some more coming through here.
We're probably going to use some of that Black Bayou.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, we're down here in Mississippi. Set up some traps on a farm that we come down here every year to do some predator control on. And what we got here, we're right up against a pretty good sized stream or small river here, and we have this bottom that comes up against this CRP and hayfield. Well, I set a couple traps here the other day, and we actually had a coon here in this trap yesterday, and we remade that set, and today we connected on a nice looking Mississippi bobcat. It's pretty good size for a cat down here in Mississippi. Looks like he's got some good spots on him. Landowner will be really happy. They're trying to get their turkey population back up here on this property. So we'll get him out of here and get this remade and show you what we did to be able to connect on this. Okay, we're down here in Mississippi still checking our traps. Once again, we're checking Justin Rogers' traps here. He's connected on a pretty nice Mississippi bobcat. What we got here is we're trapping on this hunt club property. They actually have this all timbered out in behind us and all this cut over. And there's a 2-track that comes right along this hardwoods pine thicket. It goes all the way out through this property, and we have this 2-track road right here. So all that game is naturally funneled right along this edge down through here. and it looks like he's got a Duke 175 set there and connected on this cat. We're going to go ahead and get this cat out of here and show you the remake on this and kind of how he had it constructed. He's got a little tore up, so we may have to modify it.
Well, checking traps. The weather's finally got cold. Starting to catch a few. Coming off the hill here at one of my honey holes. Hasn't been productive. Peyton caught a coyote in here yesterday, and it's the only thing we've caught. Looks like we got one bouncing out here. I think that's Jen's trap. Let's get a better look at him. I don't know how many coyotes I took out of that spot last year, and these traps have been set for over a week, and I was starting to wonder if it was going to connect. Peyton had caught one above on the hill about 100 yards away yesterday, but we caught one. It's a pretty good looking dog.
It's pretty.
All right, let's get a closer look at him. Well, I had to bring Jen to one of my honey holes because I always catch coyotes here. I think I caught 4 out of this exact spot last year. When we came in, we actually put it in the same exact trap bed I had last year. And once again, this other set did not connect. It looks like they might have been fooling around with it a little bit. But what makes this field work so good is the funnel. It funnels. We have a field down below us, which we got some traps set down there. And we got this field that we're currently in. And it's brushy and briars all the way around it. These coyotes come through here, and it's just the easiest way. You know, we always talk about travel ways and setting on sign. This is a perfect travel way. You've got food here, food there. The easiest way is right through there. Are you going to walk through a bunch of briars, or are you going to walk down an open field? It's picture perfect. These dogs work this all the time. And Peyton actually caught one about 100 yards away up on top of the hill. They're all just funneling back and forth here feeding. We finally got a cold snap. We've been fighting this warm weather. It's been nasty, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's been bad. Rain, everything's, but the only good thing was about 3 days ago, we got a cold snap. Down into the 20s at night. It really got these dogs moving, and that's the biggest thing when you're trapping coyotes. You got to keep those traps working. Sometimes you got to wait them out. We knew the first couple of days was going to be kind of slow, but we were hoping for this cold front, and it finally kicked in. And Peyton and Jen, they're starting to stack them up. You know, it makes me pretty proud. First year they ever decided to set a coyote line, and they've already taken as many as they have. It makes me feel pretty good. I feel like a Jedi master, and trying to make them into Jedi Knights, you know. But all right, we're going to get this dog out of here.
From the hills of West Virginia, Smokey's Deer Lures presents the first and only real pre-orbital gland lure in the world. Applying pre-orbital gland lure to a licking branch will allow you to take a complete inventory of the bucks at your favorite hunting spot. Get yours at smokiesdeerlure.com.
Well, you see, trappers are a special breed of people. We're dedicated, committed, and passionate about what we do and who we are. Each and every one of us has an intense desire to be the very best we can. So in the world of skinny jeans, man buns, and pumpkin spice lattes, sometimes you just have to stop, push back, and tell the world, that's not me. Whether you're from the far north or in the deep south, and anywhere in between, Southern Snares can help you succeed at getting the job done and being who you are.
We just got a dog Jen caught up out of the trap. Are heading down off of here, and this place has just been kind of dead up until the last couple days. We're finally starting to get some. You know, in our area here in southwestern PA, sometimes we just got to wait them out. We don't have large numbers, and sometimes they're just not in here. But you know, pick up as much permission and as much land as you possibly can, and then that way you sit as big of a line as you can. So when they do move back in, especially if you only got a certain amount of time to trap, you got to wait them out and hopefully connect with another coyote. And look at that. Pretty cool, Pete. You guys are on fire. All right, Peyton. I gave you one of my hunting holes to set a trap in. I'm glad you took advantage of it. Guys, why this works so good, look behind me. It's got this old dirt pile here right in the bend of this field. When these coyotes come around here, they have to come right past this. We always talk about location all the time. This is the easiest location to pick out because as long as we're within 10 feet of this here, we know they're not going to come up this way here. They're going to come right around here and work the set. I catch a coyote in this spot every year. And Peyton always gets the talkers, don't you?
Yeah.
Just textbook coyote set. I'm glad she connected on this dog. Jen just caught one here. We've taken 3 out of this field in the last 2 days, so I think we got them figured out. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we do.
All right, guys, this we're in Mississippi here on my farm. This is our first morning check. This is the first dog-proof trap we've come to. Right here along this little slough that comes out of this power line. If you look right over here, you got a pretty good coon. Now this is from Mississippi. This is a full-grown size coon. So we're happy to get this out. We've got a deer feeder that's been on this food plot out here all deer season, and these coons have really been hitting the deer feed pretty hard. So we put some dog proofs out to kind of knock the population back a little bit, trying to save a few turkey nests while we're at it. Alright guys, we're back down here in South Mississippi today. We're not 100 yards from the Leaf River. It's right through there. You see we've got some feeders on this property. This property's got a lot of turkeys on it, and they want to keep it that way, and they want to get even more. So what we've done while we're down here trapping, a little predator trapping, we actually threw in a few coon sets. Actually, my son, this is one of his sets. He actually put this set in here. I had to set the trap, but he did all the rigging, all the bait and everything. So we're gonna get this coon dispatched. We're gonna get this set remade, and then we'll be fishing again.
Well, Peyton, this makes number 2. She is on a tear. Never caught a coyote a day in her life. Catch one yesterday. She decides she wants to be like old dad and catch one every day. What we have happening here is we've got deep woods right here, and we've got a nice little roadway coming into this big field behind us. And what, you caught a possum here the other day?
Yeah.
We're just doing a simple dirt hole. We had brought a little chunk of wood in to use as our backing, but this is just, if you're looking for a coyote superhighway, this is it. These traps have been here for about a week now, and the only thing we caught was a possum, and your mom caught a possum in the set over there, which is funny. This coyote hasn't been caught in here very long because what was on top of the other set? Pee. We actually could see the urine puddled up on top of the peat moss on the other one, so it hasn't been too long that this coyote got caught, and it's probably what, 1:30?
Yeah.
1:30, something like that. So this cold weather's really got them out moving even during the day.
We're in Mississippi, and we're first night catch, which is usually rare. We always say our rule of 3 back home, but we came in here and seen a little bit of sign, and what we got a talker here is what we got. What we got here is real thick pines down both sides, and we got a really nice travel way coming down through here. And as we came down through here and looked, this road makes a bend here in about 15 yards, and we just figured that this would be a perfect place to put a set. All we did was just make a little dirt hole set, and worked out perfectly.
Well, folks, I hope you really enjoyed this week's show as much as we did bringing it to you. You know, I just love highlight shows, especially highlights of Season 6. You know, as I go back over the past 6 years and I look at the highlights and the lowlights of where the show has become, it really shows what we've accomplished. But what it also does, it shows us what else we need to do, and the more goals that we set for ourselves every year. I really appreciate you watching and following the show. Be sure to join us next time on another exciting edition of Trapping Time. And like we always say, we're keeping the tradition alive here at Trapping.